Number 1 says Rose solved the problem below. 85 and 1900ths times 1 and 8 tenths equals 1,533 and 42 hundredths. We want to know if Rose is correct. So if I was going to estimate, I would round 85 and 1900ths to 90. I would round 1 and 8 tenths up to 2. 90 times 2 is 180. So if I look at my 180 estimate, I look at Rose's answer, I know she's not correct because 1,533 is way too big. So if I were going to put the decimal in, I would have to put it right here because 155 is much closer to 180 than 1,533. Number 2 says Mr. Havlis split 1/3 gallon of paint equally among 10 students for a mural they were working on. How much paint did each student get? So again, I have 1/3 of a gallon and I'm dividing it equally among 10 students. And we'll say equals P for paint. Then to actually solve it, I can either find a common denominator or I can use the reciprocal. So if I were going to find a common denominator, I have 1/3 divided by 10 over 1. Since my denominators are 3 and 1, I can change 10 over 1 into something over 3. So 1 times 3 is 3, 10 times 3 is 30. So now I have 1/3 divided by 30 thirtieths. I ignore my denominator. 1 divided by 30 is 1 over 30. So each student gets 1/30th of a gallon. Number 3 says Bridget is working on a quilt with squares of fabric measuring 7/12 feet on each side. What is the area of each square? So again, it's a square, so I know the length and the width are the same, and it's 7/12 by 7/12. So my number model to find the area, since area is length times width, is 7/12 times 7/12. And we'll say equals A for area. To actually solve, I start by multiplying my numerators. 7 times 7 is 49. Then I multiply by denominators. 12 times 12 is 144. And since it's feet stays my unit. And since it's area, it's feet squared. Number 4 says fill in each blank with an exponent to make the number sentence true. So I have 4 and 3/10 times 10 to the blank. Since my decimal started right here, it moves 1, 2, 3, 4 spots over. It would be times 10 to the 4th. The next one is 8 and 7/10 divided by 10 to the blank. So again, my decimal point started here, and it moved 2 spots to the left, so divided by 10 to the 2nd. And the last one, number 5, says Phoebe has been tracking her height since she was 7 years old. Twice a year, she records her growth from the previous measurement. Her measurements are given in inches below. So the first thing for A says plot the data on the line plot. So we have 3/4, 1 and 1/8. Since here's 1 and here's 1/4, I know 1/8's right in the middle. 1 and 7/8. Again, here's 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8. But it's just 7/8, so again, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8. 1/4, 1 1/2, 3/8, 1, another 1 1/2, and 1/8. So then, if Phoebe was 49 and 5/8 inches tall at age 7, how tall was she at her last measurement? So if I know she was 49 and 5/8 inches, and she's been tracking her growth since then, she first grew 3/4, and then she grew 1 1/8, and then 7/8, and then 1/4, and then 1 1/2, and then 3/8, and then 1, and then again 1 1/2, and then 1/8. So I need to add them all together. So the first thing I need to do is make sure I have a common denominator. So I have 4, 8, and 2, so I can change all of them over to 8s. So 4 times 2 is 8, 3 times 2 is 6, 1 1/8 is already an 8, 7/8 is already an 8, 1/4, 4 times 2 is 8, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 1/2, again 1/2 equals 4 8s, 3 8s, 1 1/2, 1/2 equals 4 8s. So now I need to add them all together. So I start with my whole numbers. I have 49 plus 1 is 50, plus 1 is 51, plus 1 is 52, plus 1 is 53. So we'll start there. Then I need to add all my fractions together. I know they're going to be in eighths. 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 1 is 12, plus 7 is 19, plus 2 is 21, plus 4 is 25, plus 3 is 28, plus 4 is 32, plus 1 is 33. So 8 goes into 32 4 times with 1 left over. And now I need to add my whole numbers. 53 plus 4 is 57 1/8 inches since she was 7 years old.